Everyone, good morning. Happy Wednesday. I was about to say Tuesday, but happy Wednesday. I am so excited to be coming to you today. I am going to be talking about I am statements a little bit. And if you do not know what those are, don't worry about it. I'm going to cover that. And if this is the first time that you are catching me live, please type in a 1 below. If you are catching the replay, type replay. And if you are joining me live, thank you so much. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to just dive right in here. And I want to share 3 surprising things that I learned from I am statements. But before I get into that, I want to kind of just touch base really quickly on what I am statements are. So I am statements are anything that you declare about yourself. So you may say, I am happy. I bring value to people every day. I am successful. I am an amazing spouse. I am whatever it is. I am a hard worker. It's statements that you say about yourself that you focus on. So the first thing, hi Bob, hi Melissa. So the first thing that I learned about I am statements, or one of the surprising things that I learned, is that everybody uses I am statements. Now the I am statements that I gave you, maybe you're like, I don't use those I am statements, but let me throw some I am statements out there that maybe you have heard. Things like, I'm not good enough. I'm not very good at this. I am never going to lose this weight. I am not able to do that. I do not have enough money. I can't afford that. I don't have enough time. How many times have we heard people say these things? So often, I think when we talk to people about using I am statements, they think, oh, well, that's too hard, or I don't really know how to do that. But the truth of the matter is, everybody actually uses I am statements, but maybe they haven't necessarily been using some positive ones, right? Maybe they've been using some that has actually kind of sabotage some things, their health, their mindset. Maybe it sabotaged their spirituality. Whatever it is, we all use I am statements. Hi, Paul. Thanks for joining. The second thing, surprising thing that I found out about I am statements is that you will go from this process of feeling like a fraud to having incredible faith. When you start this process, so say you might say a statement like, I am successful in all areas of my life. And if you are saying that 2 or 3 times back to back, you may be saying it, whether you're saying it to yourself, whether you're saying it in a mirror, whatever it is, as you're saying it in your mind, do you know what your mind's going to do? Your mind is going to go, that is BS. You are not successful. Do you remember the other day when you yelled at your kid? When you were mad at your spouse? Like, as you're saying these things, you're going to feel like you are such a fraud. And I would encourage you to push through that, because eventually you are going to break through, because as you go through this process, you are going to be more aware of your emotions, more aware of your thoughts, more aware of your the way you think about things. And if I'm not mistaken, for those of you that are religious, I do believe that it says in our Bible to guard our thoughts. And so that means that we have to pay attention to those things that we're saying about ourselves and about situations, right? So that was the second thing, surprising thing that I learned about I am statements, that I went from this place of feeling like a fraud to feeling like my faith had increased. The third thing that I learned is basically a vase can only spill what it contains. And I'd heard this phrase before, but I want you to imagine for a minute, how many of you have ever had a vase and you've had flowers in it and it has water in it? And if you do not change out the water in that vase, what ends up happening? It gets cloudy, it gets murky. You cannot keep the same water in the vase and expect that it's going to be fresh and clean, right? You have to constantly renew the water. You have to constantly renew what's going inside of your vase. And so if you imagine yourself being a vase, you're going to have to fill it up with good things. You're going to have to fill it up with things that inspire you. And the main reason for this, it's going to provide so much better mental clarity for you, but also as you fill yourself up with these things, it's going to overflow to other people around you, and it's going to make a difference in the lives of those in your community, those in your family, all those people that you are engaging with, right? So here's the thing. Have you ever, and I'm gonna say this for people who are people pleasers or for people who are helpers. How many of you know anybody that are nurses or doctors, paramedics? If you know any of these people, you might have heard that these type of people, they are great at helping other people, but they make the worst patients, right? That's because a lot of times when we are filling up our vase with all this good stuff, we want to share it with other people, right? And we have a tendency to tip over our vase and let the water fall out, right? But if we just let our vase stand up and just keep on pouring the water in the vase, eventually it's going to come over the top and it's going to spread out to all those people that are around us anyway that we want to help. But if we're out there constantly serving and not filling ourselves up and getting inspiration, then we're going to burn out eventually, right? And I was listening to a video this morning. It was an interview with Lisa Nichols, and she was talking about how we have to like ourselves. So here's another I am statement. I am liked. I am loved. And she said one of the ways that people kind of get caught up in people pleasing or being concerned about what other people are saying is through Facebook. Now, I love Facebook, and it can be used in an incredible way. But she says, in this interview, she says, look, we all want to be liked. And she goes, but when I got up this morning, I liked myself. Your like is extra. Your love is extra. Like before, people are getting on Facebook, instead of looking for the like or their love or the love on Facebook for their validation, that should be coming from within a higher, within, if you're spiritual, within your creator, you should be getting that from your creator. You should be getting that from within yourself, from your creator, not from Facebook. And so these things I have learned thanks to my mentors that have poured into me. And I just wanted to get on here and just share this a little bit. If you guys have not done I am statements before and you would like an idea of some I am statements, I would love to be able to share that with you. So just type in below I am, and I'd be happy to send that out to you. Also, if you want to see that interview with Lisa Nichols, I actually just posted that earlier today, so you can check that out. Really good interview, really short. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.